Praise the Lord. Good morning. Got to go to the VA this morning. They're very aggravating. They're very asinine. They're very agitated. They're very angry. And let them dig in my shoulder and look around and poke and prod as I leave this alone. This just in. How long have you been saying the same thing to that foolish man, that foolish woman? How long have you been saying the same thing to that jackass, that donkey, that mule or mulette or jackass-ette? How long have you been pleading and begging and praying and asking this person to simply listen to me? Please compromise with me. And every time you say something, they start screaming, yelling, get mad, get upset. I knew my marriage was over when I stopped getting upset and started thinking, started planning, and started praying. 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, 15 years, 20 years have passed, 25 years have passed, and it's like you talking to a grown child. An adult child is not your child. Sometimes your husband or your wife can become your oldest child for years, and they never grow up. It's a shame to grow old and you don't grow up. My dad used to say, when you stop growing, it's time to die. When you stop listening, you have died. The plant has to listen to the sunlight. The plant has to listen to the photosynthesis. The plant has to listen to the water. The plant has to listen to the fertilizer. The plant has to listen to the ground. The farmer can talk all he wants to, son, as I leave this alone. But so many of us have grown downward. We've grown depressed, oppressed, suppressed because of the man or woman or person that we are married to or in a relationship with as I leave this alone. A lot of relationships are relation/ship, and it's relation space hip. There's a connection, relation space hip. But a lot of times it's relation/ship. The ship set sail a long time ago. And all the cargo, the love, the understanding, the compromise, all of that was in the ship as I leave this speak. But how long have you been saying the same thing? How long you been begging and pleading with this man or woman to treat you right, to talk to you right? How long have you been defending yourself by way of fisticuffs or verbal fisticuffs? How long you been defending yourself physically? How long have you been saying the same thing to no avail? How long have you been begging and pleading with this man or woman, and they seem to just don't understand or get it, that they are the problem? Sometimes one person or one party is more the problem in the relationship and or marriage as I leave this be. But how many years, how many tears, how much fears have you lost? Sometimes we invest in bad stock and we get no return at all. And see, when there's a disconnect between the heart and mind, the mind keep telling you, oh, they going to change. The heart keep telling you, feel sorry for them. They not going to make it if you leave them. They will make it before you met them, and they'll make it after you leave. I'm not advocating divorce. I'm not advocating estrangement or leaving, but y'all need to under and understand this. How long have you been saying the same thing to that foolish man, that foolish woman, that donkey, that jackass? My dad says, okay to be a part of an ass. Don't be a whole ass. You got a $300 hat on a 30-cent head. You got a $400 suit covering a mess. As I leave this alone. And how much longer are you going to say the same thing? It's okay to say it over and over and over to your child. And you pray they hear you in death when you go on to glory. It's okay to say it until you're blue in the face. But when you say it to no avail to an adult, look at the years, the tears, the fears. You can't get that back. When you met that man, you was a Coke bottle. Now you're a 3-liter. When you met that woman, you were tall, dark, and handsome, or just handsome. Now you look like Mr. Burns, and you've been burnt because of all the fisticuffs and arguing and domestic violence prone episodes. And it come with a promise. Compromise. Come with a promise to change. Work with the person. Don't work their heart and mind over, then throw them away, and then go find you somebody else to use and abuse until you lose. How long you been saying it? How much longer you gonna say it? From marital hiss and marital hiss to marital miss. From marital bliss to marital hiss. From marital hiss to marital hiss. To marital miss to marital miss. How much longer? Guard your heart and mind. You have a lot more to offer than arguing, fussing, and fighting. We argue, we fuss, we fight. Day turns into night. Oops, there goes an explosive line. I done lost my mind. I tried with all my might, once again, not to argue, not to fuss, and not to fight. Don't keep getting mad. Be sober-minded. Make your decisions when you're not mad. Jane, stop this crazy thing. Jane can't stop him. Jane is at her wit's end. George, stop this crazy thing. He's at his wit's end. Wasted years, wasted tears, and wasted fears. Guard your heart and guard your mind. Somebody out there will treat you right. Somebody out there is waiting to meet you. Hold to God's unchanging hand, and He'll see you through this mess. God bless you. God keep you is my prayer. Peace.